band music is fun. It has a different dimension from orchestra music and classical music, even if you're playing the same piece. It's really fun to do this music. It's very relevant. It speaks to all the emotions of the modern person. It sort of takes you back to your great-grandfather's time. If the bandstand is the crown of the community, the brass band is the jewel in that crown. The Chatfield Brass Band in this community, I think, has a special place. It's also an element of pride for the town. It's a community event, and it's more than just music. It's a cultural happening, and it's really wonderful.
My father was Jim Perkins, who started the brass band in 1969 and the brass band Free Music Lending Library shortly after that. My dad decided that Chatfield needed to have an area band. And so what he did is he grabbed some old high school yearbooks and looked for pictures of people that he knew, sent him a note saying, hey, show up at band practice Thursday night. And then over time it grew to over 50 members. So once they created the band, then the biggest challenge was sheet music. They had to have music to play. Well, where do you find it?
Where do you find that music? In these filing cabinets.
My name is Teresa Serling, and I'm the library manager. This is a library of mostly band music. We lend the actual paper music out to bands and individuals all over the world. All of this music was donated from community bands, military bands, schools that didn't use it anymore. A lot of it came in as just separate pieces, and then the volunteers collated it and put it all together. It was a huge job. We have had some music that was in kind of bad condition. It was, you know, kind of ragged on the edges. Some of it's had some mildew.
And this is just one thing we've been able to quickly find in here, is this piece has the regimental stamp from the German Army band, but as you can see, the bullet hole, or the bullet that went right through the music. And I just find this fascinating.
People find us through a variety of ways. They either call us, they email us, or they find us on the web.
We've got waltzes and polkas and schottisches and paso dobles.
So we get the request, we go to the stacks and find the music, pull out the parts that they want, package it up, and send it in the mail.
We've got quick steps. Also, we've got silent film music.
Probably the farthest that we've sent music is New Zealand.
So we've got Zing Zing Zoom Zoom.
We have 30,000 titles cataloged, but we have a lot that isn't cataloged yet. Probably another maybe 20,000 that aren't cataloged yet, and then almost 1,000 boxes that haven't even been opened yet.
Yeah, this is where I get totally disheartened when I get back here. And you know, we've got all of these boxes of music that we haven't been able to get to. You can't deal with this backlog with volunteers. And that's why we've got a backlog, is because we were trying to rely on volunteer help. I want to see if I can find the novel.
I think it is important, and our patrons really appreciate the fact that we're here. You know, we have people call us up and ask if we have a piece, and we'll have it. They'll say, oh, I've been looking for that for 40 years. A lot of it can't be found anywhere else. So it is pretty unique. It's the only library that lends out band music. There are a lot of other music libraries, but most of them don't lend out the music.
It's the only one of its kind in the country, in the world for that matter. So to have that in Chatfield is really great because it's very, very rare.
My name is Carmen Narvison, and I'm the director of the Chatfield Brass Band. I try to pick music that works for our band. I love looking through the files because sometimes I just pull something out and go, yeah, this will be a great piece. Sometimes community bands their director is a high school director, and so they will have music that their high school band plays. But ours is all old, and so I think it's fun to play and it's challenging.
This library is an incredible resource with literally tens and tens of thousands of compositions of almost every imaginable nature. It basically becomes part of one big story, the American melting pot music story of music from different cultures. Nowhere else in the country is there this much resource in one place.
My name is Vivian Thompson, and my late husband was one of the founders of the brass band. And I went along as a tag-along of one of the spouses, and I thought, well, gee whiz, he has to go anyway, why don't I try and play in the band? Yeah. But he hadn't played all the time like we have, so. I think we're known all over the world, the Brass Band Music Library is, so it's really wonderful to come down here. Even I've used it myself.
So these are all Chatfield Brass Band people?
That's just brass band people here.
Okay.
It was just a select group, you know, they had. So it's a wonderful resource for our little town of Chatfield.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, one man, a vision, and a dream. And he's been gone almost 20 years, and just to really see this thrive and live on, it's just very worthwhile. I can walk down here and still vision my dad pulling a file cabinet open and saying, hey, Gabe, come over here, take a look at this. Oh, I've been looking for this. A piece that we probably hadn't seen in years.
So this is a lesson book on how to play a parlor organ from 1886.
This was my playpen. A lot of people were going to Twins games, and I'd be down here filing music.
Ooh, the clown band contest. I bet you that would be fun.
It's just always been a second home to quite a few of us.
It's been one big family for us, and it's really been a lot of fun and relaxation. It's definitely like therapy. Yeah, I go home and I'm not ready to go to bed and crash like I am a lot of nights. I'm ready to keep going.
This was in 1982, and this is the Chatfield Brass Band. My dad playing trombone there, playing at John Philip Sousa's gravesite in Washington, D.C. at Congressional Cemetery. That was the only time, so far to my knowledge, that a civilian band has been asked to play side by side with the United States Marine Band. It's really one of its kind in the world. I think he just got a lot of joy out of it. I think he loved playing music, and he loved seeing people play music. And what a great opportunity to find a rare piece, take it back to your town, play it, and then return it again. That was quite phenomenal. This is a picture of Meredith Willson, who wrote the musical The Music Man. And he was in Western Days in 1983. So to have him conduct the Chatfield Brass Band and then was attending the musical here that was being produced at Western Days was a pretty awesome thing to have Meredith Willson there. I think he really found joy in that. Just filling lives and communities full of music is what a great gift to do. And what a great legacy to leave behind.